Thanks for the likes and comments. Today's topic is simultaneous equation using elimination method. What is simultaneous equation? Simultaneous equation involves two equations which has two unknown letters or unknown variables. And these two equations, whenever you get one letter, we have to use the one you got to find the second letter. Let's say, for instance, you're able to get x. You use whatever value you get for x, you substitute it into an equation to give you y. And we have different methods. We have elimination method, we have substitution method, and we also have graphical method. But today, I will be solving a simultaneous equation using elimination method. And to start with, there are rules for solving simultaneous equation using elimination method. And these are the rules. The first rule is you pick a letter. Now you look at the sign beside the letter and the coefficients of that letter. This is what I mean. If you are picking S, now you consider the sign beside this 3x and the sign beside this 2. Well, you have to solve both. You know it's simultaneous. Now, when you are considering for this, you also consider for this. Now you are picking for S. Then you look at the sign. What is the sign here? We have silent plus there from my previous video. What we have here is silent plus. Now, this is what you do to those signs. You alternate that sign. What do I mean by alternating the sign? You change the sign. One sign must be negative, while the other sign should be positive. I will tell you the reason why we have to do that. Also, after alternating the sign, by multiplying one equation by minus, that's by negative. You know, when this is silent plus, one sign must be negative from my word. Then you have to multiply one equation by a negative sign. And when you are doing that, you multiply all the equations by that negative sign. Secondly, that same letter you pick, you consider the coefficient. The coefficient must be the same. It goes by this: different sign, the same coefficient. What is coefficient? Coefficient from my previous video is the number used to multiply a certain letter. Now, what do we use to multiply x is 3. So the coefficient of x is 3, the coefficient of x is 2. Now, you ensure that if this one will be 3, then this one should be 3. If this one will be 6, then this one should be 6. So we have same coefficient, different sign. Now, how do you do it? You try to manipulate whatever it takes. If it takes you to multiply equation 1 by a certain number, in order to get all these rules I stated, you do that. But don't forget, we have to multiply all that equation through by whatever you are multiplying with. This is what I'm saying. Now, I want to consider y. I don't want to pick x. And don't forget, y already has minus and plus. I don't need to change this. Okay, for better understand, let me pick for x. Now, let's pick for x. X has silent plus. This also has silent plus. The first thing is change the sign from what I just said. To change the sign, you multiply any of these two equations by minus. So let me say equation 1 by minus. If I multiply equation 1 by minus, then I multiply all the numbers in that, all the terms in that equation. Secondly, I will consider the number beside the letter. I have 3 here, I have 2 here. What can I do to make the number beside them the same? It's either I say I multiply 2 by 3 to give me 6. Likewise, I multiply this one by 3 to also give me 6. You can see we have same coefficients now. So equation 1 is multiplied by what? 2. That would be 6. That would be times. And I already have minus there. That would be minus. So I'm multiplying equation 1 by minus 2. Then equation 2, don't forget, I must make sure the coefficient is the same. This one is 6. If I'm multiplying by 3 to be 6, then I have to multiply this one by what to give me 6? 3. So equation 2 by 3. Now, from what we have here now, to avoid error and mix up, I put this line. So minus 2, whatever you're multiplying with, must multiply all the equations. So I use minus to multiply the equation here. Minus 2 times minus times plus minus 2 times 3, 6x. Now here, minus times minus plus. For my previous video, 2 times 7, 14. Y equals to 1 times minus 2, you know we have silent plus here, plus times minus is minus. 2 times 1 is 2. This will be my equation 1, no, it will be equation 3. Not 1 and not 2 again. Now, this is equation 2, I'm multiplying by 3. 3 times 2, that's 6x. Don't forget it's plus 6. Now, plus this 3 times y plus 3y equals to 3 times 12, 3 times 2, 6, 3 times 1, 3. This will be my equation 4. Thank you. Now, from what we have here, what did you notice? Notice that this letter S I pick, I now have different sign and same coefficient. Minus 6x plus 6x. They are like 10s, isn't it? Now, you are owing 6 naira. You can add and so you can subtract. They are like 10s from my previous video. Now, I'm owing 6 and I have 6 naira. What will happen? When I pay up my debt, nothing will. So I have to cross this over. Nothing. That's why we do cancel. Now, what do I have left? I'm now left with plus. So I will write whatever I have left. Plus 14y plus 3y equals, this is minus, so I'm adding these two equations together. These two new equations I just got. Minus 2 plus 36. You know we have silent plus here. That will be minus 2 plus 36. Now, this will be, I have 14, I have 3 naira. That's plus 17y equals, I'm going to naira and I have 36 naira. What will you do? When I pay 10 naira for this 36 I have, what will I have left? Then I will have plus 34 naira. Then what should you do here? You know, we have the coefficient of y to be 17 and we are looking for y. Say, divide both sides by 17. Why do we have to divide by 17? Because 17 is the coefficient of y and we are looking for y. For you to get this one, you must make sure this 17 is no longer here. So that this y can withstand alone. So meaning you divide this one by 17, divide this one by 17. So we have 17y, this one over 17 equals to plus 34, which also means 34. 34 over 17. 17 goes in one time. 1 times y, that is y, equals to, how many times 17 go in 34? It goes in 2 places. So my y equals to 2. Don't forget from what I said earlier. I said when you get an answer or a value for one letter, you substitute to get the other letter. Having gotten y, we must get x. In order to get x, this is what to say. It says substitute y equals to 2 into, now pick any equation you want here. So I will say substitute in order to get x, substitute y equals to 2 into equation. Now, I always advise students to pick the simplest equation of all the equations here. Which one will be easier for us? Probably equation 1 into equation 1. Now, what do we have in equation 1? We write it out. We have 3x minus 7y equals 1. What does substitution mean? It means you want to replace. That's the meaning of substitution. Meaning that instead of whenever I see y, I replace it with 2. So whenever I see y here now, you go and put 2. So I will have 3x minus, you will not say 7 2. This 7y means 7 times y. So that will be minus 7 times, what is my y? 2 equals to 1. So I will now have 3x minus 7 times 2 is 14 equals 1. Now we have the simple equation. What will you do here? Say collect the like terms. What does it mean to collect like terms? It means you bring those ones that do not have letter, bring them together. Those ones that have letter, you bring them together. This is the only one with letter now, it is started on the same. These ones that do not have letter, you bring them to one side. And when any sign is crossing equal sign to the other side, this one that is coming here, for us to cross this sign to come here, this sign beside it will change. You know, it's coming to this place because they are like terms. They both do not have letter. Now, this one will be left here. So I will now have 3x equals to, this one comes in, it becomes plus 14. Why do I bring minus 14 here? I brought it here because I'm connecting the like terms. Now, the next step is to say, connect the like terms. Now, what are the like terms? I write the question back. I have 3x minus 14 equals 1. 3x and 14, are they like terms? No. Why? Because this does not have x. 14 and 1, are they like terms? Why? Yes. Why? Because both do not have letter, so they can work together. You can subtract them, likewise you can also add them. Now we have to bring this minus 14 here. And whenever a sign, any number is taking, it's coming to the other side, you know we have two sides, right hand side and left hand side, with this equal in between them. Now when this one is coming here, the sign beside it will change. And have, when it changes, when it's coming here, it changes to plus 14. If it's plus that is coming here, it becomes minus. Now you have taken this minus 14 to this side, what would you have left here? 3x. So my 3x will now be equals to 1 plus 14, that is 15. What will you say here? Divide both sides by what? From what I said the other time, by what is beside the letter here? 3. That's by the coefficient, by 3. So that when you get rid of this number beside the letter, you have the letter on its own. So that means 3x over 3 equals 15 over 3. 3 cancel 3. How many 3 we use in 3? 1. So that 1 times x is 1x. Don't forget in mathematics I said there's nothing like 1x. All letters standing on their own are silent plus 1. So even if I put x, it still means 1x. The coefficient is 1. Because how many 3 can you see in 15? That is 5. Now you say, therefore you say x equals to 5 and y equals 2. Thank you. Be expecting my video on construction. God bless you.